Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. St. Lucian's told to brace for higher temperatures. This story takes the lead in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective for Wednesday, 14th June 2023. Details after this important message.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
Welcome back. St. Lucians are being encouraged to stay hydrated amid extreme heat, and the St. Lucia Meteorological Services says things could get even hotter. Zane Romulus of the DBS News World reports.
Relief from the sweltering heat does not appear close in sight. Excessive heat is expected from July to September, marking the peak of the heat season, which runs concurrently with the hurricane season. The St. Lucia Meteorological Service explains that the combination of relatively high temperatures, high humidity, and light winds have been causing the current discomfort. And now, with the world having entered the El Niño phase, a climate phenomenon which suppresses rainfall, this could send temperatures soaring even higher.
Since the climate of the islands, since we basically in water, it's all around us, we're expecting that warmer seas would translate to warmer temperatures on land, because our climate is basically dependent on the ocean, which is all around us. So the predictions from the Caribbean Forum is that we are going to have an above normal wet season in terms of temperature.
The maximum temperature recorded by the Met Services over the last couple months has been 32 degrees Celsius or about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. This is expected to increase by at least 1 degree in the coming months. The temperature recorded by the Met Office is air temperature, and as such, citizens will feel their environment hotter than the recorded temperatures, especially in areas with little vegetation. Intense nighttime and daytime heat is expected, particularly towards August and September. The excessive heat can affect public health with an increase in mild heat symptoms.
Illnesses, can be exacerbated by the high temperatures. We also anticipate an increase in mosquito-borne diseases, because we'd have periods of rain, and then with that heat, you get proliferation of vector-borne diseases.
To beat the heat, citizens are advised to stay hydrated, stay cool indoors, wear light clothing and sunscreen. For the DBS News World, I am Zane Romulus.
Speaking at the 2023 Caribbean National Security Conference, the preeminent intergovernment forum for addressing Caribbean security challenges, regional security leaders discussed pressing issues ranging from cybersecurity to climate change. Kimberly Henry of CVM Live has more.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness admits inadequate security is one of the greatest challenges which plagues the lives and development prospects of the region, outlining a key ingredient to strengthening regional security.
Enhanced cooperation among the states in the region. Time and time again, the evidence underscores the vital importance of cooperation and concerted action to successfully address our shared security threats and challenges.
Holness, who outlined a myriad of threats being faced, says there are no quick fixes to the issue.
Our successes against the threat that we continue to face requires an unrelenting focus and commitment on all our parts. It also requires consistent evaluation and analysis to ensure the effectiveness of our efforts, as well as the willingness to correct course when we assess that the measures we implement are not bearing fruit.
The Prime Minister also alluded to Haiti's continued security deterioration, adding that Jamaica is committed to partnering with other nations to bring relief.
We continue to develop our good offices role, two significant components of which are the appointment of an eminent persons group of retired prime ministers and the facilitation of a consensus-building engagement of diverse Haitian stakeholders in Jamaica from the 11th to the 13th of June. Additionally, we continue to explore how we can assist the training of the Haitian National Police.
PM Holness was speaking at the 2023 Caribbean National Security Conference this week. The conference addressed crime and security issues impacting the Caribbean under the theme Strengthening Regional Security Through Informed Action. I'm Kimberly Henry for CVM Live.
Haiti Stakeholders Consultation Meeting begins in Jamaica. TVJ's Andrea Chisholm has a comprehensive report.
Top-level stakeholder meeting has begun to find a solution to Haiti's ongoing political and economic crisis. Discussions continued Sunday morning following the opening ceremony at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Kingston, Jamaica. The economic and political turmoil gripping Haiti is still a hot-button topic. Gang violence continues, and since the 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, there have been no elections. Jamaica and CARICOM are therefore facilitating a 3-day stakeholder meeting with Haitian officials. It follows a CARICOM special mission to Haiti in February, led by Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
We're convinced that with the right spirit and opportunities to facilitate inclusive participation in a neutral environment, there can be movement in building on the groundwork already laid to advance consensus. These contributions are also in support of a larger framework of complementary processes taking place at the national level in Haiti.
CARICOM's Eminent Persons Group will facilitate discussions. The group comprises 3 former prime ministers, Dr. Kenny Anthony from St. Lucia, Perry Christie of the Bahamas, and Bruce Golding from Jamaica. Speaking on behalf of the group, Mr. Golding reminded stakeholders that their decisions should be in the best interest of the almost 12 million Haitian people.
Yes, the discussions will most likely be contentious at times. Yes, ideas will be put forward that will attract criticism and objection. Yes, each of you must have the opportunity to put forward your position firmly. We ask only that it be done respectfully, with a willingness not just to listen to contending views, but to consider their merits before brushing them aside.
Mr. Golding adds that the group will travel to Haiti after the talks to build on the agreement as Haitians develop a roadmap to establishing law and order. Discussions will also take place with the Haitian diaspora, especially those in the United States and Canada. In the meantime, Haiti's Prime Minister Ariel Henry says he was at the meeting to listen and chart the way forward to rebuild democracy in Haiti.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
Kimberly Henry reports that Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahou Ford told the Jamaica Parliament she does not want the issue of constitutional reform to stop with one government in the event of a change.
The goal is to ultimately produce a new constitution of Jamaica, enacted by the Parliament of Jamaica and approved by the people of Jamaica. Among other things, we aim to establish the Republic of Jamaica as a parliamentary republic, replacing the constitutional monarchy and affirming our self-determination and cultural heritage.
That was Marlene Malahou Ford on matters of constitutional reform. Ford, who chairs the committee, says other determined steps in moving the country's independence further is solely dependent on a parliamentary procedure. which entails a very specific constitution amendment process with both members of the House and the eligible public.
The process becomes even more complex and lengthier, nigh impossible, some say, and in some cases, if government and the opposition are at odds.
Ford says nothing will go to the Jamaican people unless Parliament agrees to the changes, noting embarking on a constitutional change in a time of peace is historic. Nonetheless, Ford reminds that the deeply entrenched provisions require a bill and a 6-month period to elapse before passing the bill.
And the bill has to be approved by a majority of the electorate.
Ford, who outlined the deeply entrenched provisions listed in Section 49.3, says the process of repealing these by means of a referendum was long set out by the 1962 Constitution, and she has no say otherwise. I'm Kimberly Henry for CVM Live.
The control of illicit drug trafficking is the topic of a week-long course for local and regional police officers at the Police Academy in Port of Spain. Terry-Ann Brown-Campbell of TTT News has more.
25 local and regional female police officers are undergoing enhanced training to control illicit drug trafficking. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines says with the recent rise of gun violence across the Caribbean, the course is a timely one.
The transnational nature of crime, its impact on all of us in the region means that when one of us, and most of all, when all of us become stronger, as will happen in this training program, we are all better off as a region and world.
French Customs is providing the trainers for the course.
Transnational organized crime is one of the major threats to human security, even to our democracies, as it impedes the social, economic, political and cultural development of our societies and societies worldwide.
The Canadian government is funding the course through its Interagency Drug Abuse Control Commission of the Organization of American States. The training is taking place at the Police Academy in Port of Spain from June 12th to 16th. Terry-Ann Brown-Campbell, TTT News.
Over in Antigua and Barbuda, another member of the country's religious community has been seeking to play its part in curbing antisocial behavior among the nation's youth. Bethel United Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic hosted an initiative on Sunday morning where the Governor General's Deputy, Sir Claire Roberts, KC, delivered a stirring message to youth in his keynote address. ABS's Alicia Humphreys reports.
The congregation held its service under the theme, Youths with a Purpose Take Back the Nation. Sir Clare summarized his life and shared a story from fatherhood with the church in his presentation to the youth. He left them with some words of advice with regard to success.
There's one ingredient you must have, one skill you must have, and that is you have to read. It may sound very simple, but reading is the basis for any career you have.
Sir Clare, who is a 6th Dan black belt in Shotokan karate and has been a karate instructor for many years, also noted what seems to be the trend of using violence to solve problems.
Fighting is not the way to solve problems. It is not the way to go at all. In our karate class, we have, at the end of each class, we have 5 what they call self-affirmations, things you tell yourself to help boost yourself. And they go seek perfection of character, be faithful, endeavor, respect others. And the last one is refrain from violent behavior. So I want all the young people to stand up now.
Also in attendance were representatives of the Willikies Faith Apostolic Tabernacle, Grace Apostolic Tabernacle, with virtual representation from Bethel United Church of Christ Apostolic Jamaica. Alicia Humphreys, ABS News.
Hubbard's is once again innovating the way you shop with its new online store, providing 24-hour shopping convenience. You can shop now for appliances, hardware, houseware, building material, and more. Free delivery island-wide. Start shopping now at hubbardshardware.gd. Safe, convenient, reliable.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please continue to log on to CaribbeanPerspective.com for more daily news and more.